to this channel. So in today's class, we want to solve question on sum of roots. And here is the question. If alpha and beta had the roots of 3x squared minus 4x minus 1 is equal to 0, find the value of A, alpha plus beta, B, alpha beta, C, alpha squared plus beta squared, D, 1 over alpha plus 1 over beta, E, alpha over beta plus beta over alpha, F, alpha cubed plus beta cubed, G, alpha minus beta, H, 1 over alpha plus 1 over beta plus 1. So solution. The first thing is that you have to recall the formula that you can use to generate quadratic equation. We have done video on that one. So if you have not watched the video, I will leave the link in the description box. Squared minus alpha plus beta multiplied by x plus alpha beta, everything is equal to 0. So what this equation means is that x squared minus sum of roots multiplied by x plus product of roots, and this sum of roots, that is alpha plus beta, means minus b over a, and product of roots is equal to c over a, and that also was derived from here when we have ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So we want the coefficient of x squared to be equal to 1. So then we need to divide through by a. So x squared plus b over ax plus c over a, everything is equal to 0. Now we now compare let's call this one equation 2 and call this one equation 1. If you compare equation 1 and equation 2 together, you will see that the sum of roots alpha plus beta is equal to minus b over a, and this product of roots is equal to c over a. So that is where this equation alpha, sum of roots and product of roots was generated from. So here now, from the equation given to us, 3x squared minus 4x minus 1 is equal to 0. So you have to compare it with this equation asterisk. So it means that a is equal to 3, b is equal to minus 4, and c is equal to minus 1. So now what they ask us to find, they ask us to find sum of roots. And we've said that sum of roots is equal to minus b over a. So anywhere we see b, we're going to put minus 4. So it means minus 4 over, what is a? A is equal to 3, so you write that. So alpha plus beta is equal to minus times minus plus, so everything is equal to 4 over 3. So that is AB. Product of roots alpha beta is c over a. So anywhere you see c, you are going to put minus 1. And anywhere you see a, you are going to put 3. So that is for b, product of roots is equal to minus 1 over 3. So c, alpha squared plus beta squared is equal to alpha plus beta, everything squared, minus 2 alpha. So let me tell you how we got this one from. If you could remember alpha plus beta, or don't let me use alpha, let me use what you are familiar with, x plus y. They ask you to expand it, x plus y squared. You know it's the same thing as x squared plus 2xy plus y squared. So instead of using x and y, so we now use alpha plus beta cubed squared is equal to alpha squared plus 2 alpha beta plus beta squared. Now what we need is we want to put with those with squared, we want to put them together. So alpha squared plus beta squared plus 2 alpha beta. Everything is equal to alpha plus beta squared. Now, this is what they asked us to find. So we need to bring plus 2 alpha. We want to let it meet alpha plus beta squared. So alpha squared plus beta squared will now be equal to alpha plus beta squared minus 2 alpha beta. So that is how this thing was generated. Alpha squared plus beta squared is equal to, what is the value of sum of roots? Sum of roots is equal to 4 over 3. So then we are going to square it. Minus 2 multiplied by product of roots is equal to minus 1 over 3. So we are going to expand. So 4 over 3 squared is equal to 16 over 9. Minus 2 multiplied by minus 1 is equal to plus 2, then over 3. So we're going to find the LCM, and the LCM is equal to 9. So the LCM is equal to 9. So 9 in 9, 1 multiplied by 16. 16 plus 3 in 9, 3. 3 multiplied by 2, 6. So the answer is equal to 22 over 9. So alpha squared plus beta squared is equal to 22 over 9. D, 1 over alpha plus 1 over beta. So we need to simplify this one. So if we find the LCM of alpha and beta is equal to alpha multiplied by beta. So alpha in alpha beta is equal to beta. Beta multiplied by 1 is equal to beta. Plus beta in alpha beta is equal to alpha. Alpha multiplied by 1 is equal to alpha. And this one, they are symmetric. So if you interchange it, it's still the same thing. So we can say that alpha plus beta over alpha beta. So, and we got 4 over 3 for alpha plus beta. So 4 over 3 divided by minus 1 over 3 for alpha beta. So 1 over alpha plus 1 over beta will now be equal to 4 over 3 multiplied by minus 3 over 1. So 3 here, 1, 3 here, 1. So the answer is equal to minus 4. E, alpha over beta plus beta over alpha. So the LCM is still alpha beta. So beta in alpha beta, alpha multiplied by alpha after squared plus alpha in alpha beta, beta times beta squared. So alpha squared plus beta squared, we got 22 over 9 for that one. And alpha beta, we got minus 1 over 3 for that one. So we can now say alpha over beta plus beta over alpha is equal to 22 over 9 multiplied by minus 3 over 1. So 3 here, 1, 3 here, 3. So the answer is equal to minus 22 over 3. F, alpha cubed plus beta cubed is equal to alpha plus beta multiplied by alpha squared plus beta squared minus alpha beta. So if you expand this one, it's going to give you alpha cubed plus beta cubed. Now recall, you have to recall that because we need alpha square plus beta square. So alpha square plus beta square, we have gotten it before. So it's the same thing as alpha plus beta squared minus 2 alpha beta. So you need to substitute it back inside that equation. Alpha cubed plus beta cubed is equal to alpha plus beta. So alpha plus beta squared, then minus 2 alpha beta minus alpha beta. So is equal to alpha plus beta into bracket alpha plus beta squared minus 3 alpha beta. So you can put this one now, and Recall that alpha plus beta is equal to 4 over 3 and alpha beta is equal to minus 1 over 3. So what you need to do now is that you have to substitute the value of sum of roots and product of roots inside this equation or this expression. It has equal. So is equal to 4 over 3, everything multiplied by 4 over 3, then you square it, then minus 3 multiplied by minus 1 over 3. So everything is equal to 4 over 3 multiplied by 16 over 9, then minus 3 multiplied by minus 1 plus 3 over 3. So, and 3 over 3 is 1. So we have 4 over 3 multiplied by, find the LCM of 9 and 1, 9. So 9 in 9, 1 multiplied by 16, 16 plus 1 in 9, 9 multiplied by 1, 9. So we have 4 over 3 multiplied by 16 plus 9 is equal to 25 and everything over 9. So here, is there anything that I can cancel? No. So 4 multiplied by 25 is equal to 100 and 9 multiplied by 3 is equal to 27. So alpha cubed plus beta cubed is equal to 100 divided by 27. G, they ask us to find alpha minus beta as a difference of roots. And if you could remember, if we have alpha minus beta squared, it gives us alpha squared minus 2 alpha beta plus beta squared. So let's take them together. So those with squared, let's take them together. Alpha squared plus beta squared minus 2 alpha beta. So from here, alpha minus beta squared is equal to, we have derived the value of alpha squared plus beta squared the other time, and we got alpha plus beta squared minus 2 alpha beta. So now let's put this one also there, 2 alpha beta. So what I did is that I just expanded this alpha square plus beta square. We have gotten it the other time, alpha plus beta square minus 2 alpha beta. So I substituted the value of alpha square plus beta square inside the whole of this alpha square plus beta square minus 2 alpha beta. So alpha minus beta squared is equal to alpha plus beta squared minus 4 alpha beta. That is minus 2 alpha beta minus 2 alpha beta is equal to minus 4 alpha beta. Now let's take the square root of both sides. So alpha minus beta will now be equal to square root of alpha plus beta squared minus 4 alpha beta, and we have known the value of sum of roots and product of roots. So what we need to do now is that we are going to substitute their values inside this equation. So alpha minus beta is equal to square root of, we got 4 over 3 for sum of roots, so 4 over 3 squared, then minus 4. Our alpha beta product of roots is equal to minus 1 over 3. So alpha minus beta will now be equal to square root of 16 over 9. Then minus 4 multiplied by minus 1 is equal to plus 4. Then over 3. So alpha minus beta is equal to square root of, find the LCM of 9 and 3 is equal to 9. 9 in 9 is 1, multiplied by 16, 16, plus 3 in 9, 3. 3 multiplied by 4, 12. So alpha minus beta will now be equal to square root of, what is 16 plus 12 is equal to 28, 28 over 9. alpha minus beta is equal to square root of 28 over square root of 9. And 28 is 4 multiplied by 7. So square root of 4 multiplied by 7 over square root of 9. So, and this one can be written as square root of 4 multiplied by square root of 7 over square root of 9, 3 multiplied by 3. So this one will give us 2, because square root of 4 is 2, then root 7 and root of 9 is equal to 3. So that is the answer. So alpha minus beta is equal to 2 root 7 over 3. 1 over alpha plus 1 over beta plus 1 can be simplified to be. So you find LCM of alpha plus 1 and beta plus 1 will give us alpha plus 1 multiplied by beta plus 1. So alpha plus 1 in alpha plus 1, beta plus 1 will give us beta plus 1. Then plus beta plus 1 will give us alpha plus 1. We have alpha plus beta plus 2 over alpha multiplied by beta gives us alpha beta. Alpha multiplied by 1 gives alpha. 1 multiplied by plus 1 multiplied by beta gives plus beta. Plus 1 multiplied by plus 1 gives plus 1. So here we have sum of roots plus 2 over product of roots, then plus sum of roots, then everything plus 1. So, and sum of roots is equal to 4 over 3, so plus 2, then divided by product of roots is minus 1 over 3, then plus 4 over 3, everything plus 1 is equal to, you find the LCM of 3 and 1, 3. 3 in 3, 1 multiplied by 4, 4, plus 1 in 3, 3 multiplied by 2, 6, divided by, so we need to expand this one too. 3, 3, 1, their LCM is 3. 3 in 3, 1 multiplied by minus 1, minus 1, plus 3 in 3, 1 multiplied by 4, 4, then 3 in 1 in 3, 3 multiplied by 1, so plus 3. So is equal to 10 over 3 divided by, so the LCM is 3, minus 1 plus 4, 3. 3 plus 3, 6. So 6 over 3. So is equal to 10 over 3 multiplied by, so here is 1, here is 2. So multiply by 1 over 2. So 2 here, 1, 2 here, 5. So what's 1 over alpha plus 1 plus 1 over beta plus 1 is equal to 5 over 3. And that is that.